like really stupid reasoning to me.
People are dumb, dude. RID01 Magnus is a cool toy and an even cooler character. Optimus has had a few brothers throughout Transformers history, but I've always liked the jealous older brother angle that they gave RID01 Magnus, especially since they were able to form Omega Prime. However, this isn't quite the Ultra Magnus from the show. Nah, this is what I've started to call Splendid Magnus, as this version was a Sam's Club exclusive as part of the Universe 01 toy line, meant to pair with the gorgeous yellow Splendid from the same toy line. In truck mode though, the two Magni are practically the same, and I'll show off that a bit more in bot mode. In truck mode though, he features awesome rubber tires with references to his original toy over in Japan, that being the name God Magnus, and features a fully functional car carrier trailer, being able to haul around deluxe class cars from not just the RID01 toy line, but modern toy lines as well. Here you can see me flailing with it as I try to fit Legacy Sideburn, Legacy Laserfire, and RID01 Prowl on top of it. It's a fantastic vehicle, and I do believe it has lights and sounds, but I've never put a battery into this one. And for size comparisons, here it is with Legacy Crankcase, Legacy Sideburn, Legacy Laserfire, channel mascot, RID01 Skidsy, and of course, Machine Wars Hoist. Alright, this is a big guy, and I don't totally know if I'm going to be able to keep him on camera the entire time, but we're going to try. So we're going to bring him right here, and we're going to start with the basics, folding this up, and then untabbing these side panels here. And from there, slide this whole section off. Right here, you want to bring these panels down, rotate everything around, and separate these. And like, yeah, oh, parts forming. Why is it parts forming? Shut up. It's fine. It's a 20-some-odd-year-old toy that also has to decombine or deconstruct and combine with another character. It doesn't matter. There's the legs. Super simple. This thing, however, is kind of complicated. There's a lot going on right here. So what you want to do, untab this, bring these out, and untab the big shiny part. From there, rotate this up and cover this section. Here's where we're going to get a little tricky with it. You want to bring this down and bring this back to allow you to get these hips flipped down. Once you do that, reconnect this part right here. Bring the arms all the way down and rotate them at the elbow and rotate the hands. So we're going to do that right here. Rotate them down, rotate, and flip, 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 flip. And backpack time. So there's a lot going on with this backpack, and it has to flip different ways based on where you're going to go. So we want to go to robot mode. So you want to take them, separate, and lift one out and start this is always the tough part, is getting them like over each other and then pushing this through, bringing it down, and then you want to rotate it so that way these parts, there's some slots right here. That's a secret. There's some slots right here that interconnect. So connect those and then bring the whole torso down, rotate the head around. This piece right here has a tab and a couple little things right here that you're going to flip out to fill in the chest. Fix the tires if you've knocked them out of place. Tab right there, slot right there. Connect that. And there we go. From there, you want to take the leg. I like to push down on the head and slot it in. Grab the other leg. I know I just bumped the camera. And slot it in. And yeah, tall guy. Let's... Whoop. Very tall boy. Yeah, also like 70% legs. Like, he reminds me of that Family Guy meme where it's like the legs go all the way up. But yeah, there he is. Ultra Magnus. God's favorite weaponizer is an absolute unit in bot mode, easily towering over basically every other toy in the American RID01 line. The colors are the big difference between the two versions. This normal one is blue, and the exclusive is also blue, but darker. It's pretty unimpressive, but it's still worth mentioning as the couple shades darker make this guy worth a few more schmeckles on the aftermarket, like a couple hundred schmeckles on the aftermarket. Much like Yellow Splendid, Magnus features permanent bitch slap hands, assumingly for sideburn. Posing is limited as this man has to do what all 6th Ranger Zords do and be power-up armor for the real main character. Again, Yellow Splendid or Universe Prime here. That doesn't mean that this guy isn't super cool. They look fantastic together. You get these guys in a room and it's just a stunning display with Magnus and Prime. Ultra Magnus also features 5mm thumbs so he can manhandle modern toys, which is about as good as you can get with it, with the limited posability in the legs and the arms. And just from the back, you can see how hollow this guy is and how back heavy he is, because remember, that jetpack is a battery pack. For size comparison, here it is with the core robot mode of RID01 Optimus, and here it is with RID01 Dragon Megatron. Here it is with Legacy Scourge, Legacy Sideburn, so you can see how it stacks up with OG and new stuff, Legacy Toy Prime, Channel Mascot Laserfire and Shattershock, repping the Chase mold, and of course, Machine Wars Hoist. Okay, I'm gonna try. He's pretty far away from the camera because he's so big, but you know what? We're just gonna bring it in. We're just gonna bring it in and we'll do it this way. There's Ultra Magnus. He is huge for starters. This is just a gigantic figure. You saw during the size comparison. Articulation. He has a very emotive neck joint, being able to look up that far, down that far, and head bobble side to side. Again, it's one of those neck joints that goes into the torso instead of the ball joint going up into the head, and it gives him pretty good range. I do really like these style of necks. I wish they would use it more. Arms have 2 joints. They have a joint at the top here, and then they have a ball joint right there. So this can rotate 180, and then the ball joint can also rotate, which is really cool. It can go out about that far. Then he has a ball joint at the elbow, so he has a elbow swivel effectively. He has ball joints at his bitch slap hands. They can go in and rotate. And then of course his fingers and his thumb are also articulated. No waist joint due to the way that things transform, and there is no matrix area in here, unlike the HasLab version that's coming out. Hips, no ratchet going forward, and yes, I double checked. It's not just like mine exploded. I do have a second copy here, and it's not ratcheted on this one either. So no ratchets going forward, which I guess is fine, but whenever you have legs like this, it's kind of annoying. But they do ratchet outwards about that far going there. He has ratchets at the thighs, although when you turn it, they do want to come out, so be aware of that. He has full knees, like these could fully collapse if you really wanted them to, but he has so much kibble hanging off his legs that it's hard to use. And that's actually it. He has nothing below the knee right there because he is a toy from 2001. But, you know, some of the other guys did have ankles, such as, you know, the Optimus Prime from that year and the Megatron from that year also had ankles. So it is a little upsetting that he doesn't. I wish he did, but it is what it is. But yeah, articulation on Magnus. My final thoughts on Robots in Disguise 2001 Ultra Magnus are, he's definitely a combiner accessory guy. Like, it really does feel like Ultra Magnus and God Bomber had a baby, which is probably why in Japan his name was God Magnus, especially with the robot mode looking pretty close and the vehicle mode being Ultra Magnus's. I do like all the play features the vehicle mode has, and even the lights and sounds that this guy does supposedly feature. I think that's nice. I miss when toys used to do that. I think the combining gimmick is really cool. I especially like that they have to hold hands and do a handshake to do it, just like they do in the show. But Ultra Magnus on his own, I don't think is worth owning, especially the expensive Sam's Club version. Granted, you could also get this in a 2-pack with a red Splendid. That's a story for a different time. But I think if you're someone who's, unless you're like a die-hard Ultra Magnus collector, I don't think you need this, let alone the version I'm showing off here. It's not worth tracking down unless you really want to make that supposed yellow Omega Prime that I keep hearing so much about. With that all said, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the support links like the Discord and the Patreon. It's just $1, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This has been Bots Obsession.